you're supposed to wait in line, right?
Creeping down the back street on D's. I got my Glock cocked cause niggas won't ease. No soon as I said it, seems I got sweated by some nigga with a...
Hey guys, what's going on? Just figured I would go ahead and take you on an errand with me. And I don't know, to me it's kind of boring driving around, and I actually like, I don't know, talking to myself really in reality. But no, I'm actually more or less talking to you guys, because eventually you do watch this. Although to people watching, I can't imagine what this looks like. You know, you see this camera like taped down to somebody's dashboard with blue painter's tape, and they're just, you know, talking away. Must look crazy, but I don't know. So anyways, I just got off of work, and I had something listed on Amazon that I was selling, and I just posted a listing last night. It's actually my iPod Nano 4G that I had, and I have no use for it, and there's some things I want to purchase, but you know, sometimes you just don't have the money to purchase things without actually selling something else. So I had to give this up. You know, not a big deal. I still have my iPod Touch, which is pretty much what I use on a regular basis anyways. But you know, to make a long story short, right now I'm going to the post office so I can go ahead and mail this off. Now, I should also be mailing off a package for MNC and for Storm, but those, I had to do this in a really quick rush and hurry, so I'm going to mail those off later on this week. And anyways, with the package I want to mail Mike for the trade that we were doing, I have a question to ask, and I'm going to post a video actually, so he can see why, you know, what I'm wondering about. There's like you guys saw with the one video that I did, I went and I bought some paint so I could actually do like a custom paint job on my NES. Well, I did that. I think it turned out halfway decent, but I was going to go ahead and see if Mike wants that. You know, because you know, we were making the trade for an NES system, and he was sending me some stuff. So I'm going to see if he wants that one or if he just wants a plain one. You know, whatever. It'll be up to you, buddy. But that's why I'm not mailing out that package, and I'm not mailing out the package to Storm, because there's a couple things that I'm looking for before I actually mail out everything to you, Storm, because I want to make sure I get everything out in one you know, package, and not have to, you know, find things later on that I wanted to send to you. So I'll have that stuff coming later on this week, you know, no worries. But anyways, yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm doing right now. This isn't going to be probably a really long video because the post office is so close to me. Like I mentioned in probably the first video that I did, everything in this area is pretty much, at least where I live in northern Delaware, it's pretty much within like a 5-mile radius, like as far as the main things that I need to go to. There's some things that you know, you have to drive a little bit further away to go to, you know, Philadelphia. Like if I wanted to go to the city, and I didn't want to go to Wilmington, I wanted to go to Philly. Philly's like 25 to 30 minutes away. You know, if I wanted to go to the beach, I could do that. It's about 45 minutes to an hour. So I mean, there's a lot in a very small perimeter, but you know, the main things that I go and do on a daily basis, they're all within like, you know, 10 minutes of driving. So we're actually here right now. When I get back in, maybe I'll have some more interesting dialogue for you, some things that I want to discuss regarding my channel and whatnot, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I've got some ideas and some things that I want to do on my channel, but you know, it's kind of still a work in progress, not in the progress, but a work in progress, and we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to shut off the camera right now, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so I'm back. I finally managed to get through the line. Jeez. People, yeah, I don't know, never mind. Every single one of my videos, I feel like I'm commenting on the way people drive. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I've got a problem with driving, but, you know, I'm backing out, and I see this woman. I see her pulling through, and, you know, I stop because I see her coming through. Initially, I don't see her. So, you know, like I said, I'm backing out, but I see her, so I stop, and then she decides that she's going to beep. So, you know, I don't know. It's not like the friendly beep type either. Sometimes you can tell somebody's trying to be nice about it, and sometimes people are just trying to be rude. So I felt like she was trying to be rude. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Anyway, so I made it through the postal service. I made it through the line at the post office, and I feel like, I don't know what it is like, but it's one of the slowest places in the world. If you've got to go there and you've got to mail something, I think that they deliberately take their time, and it's one of those places that if you go in there, you can't just walk up to the counter. Like, you go into a store and you're ready to make your purchase, you walk up to the counter and you just do your thing. You know, you pay for the items you're getting. If you go to the postal service and you go to the post office, you've got to wait in line, and then you have to wait for them to call you. And I think that sometimes they initially, or I shouldn't say initially, but they purposely sit there and wait for you to actually, you know, just to piss you off. And the only other place that I can really think of that's like that is probably the DMV. For any of you out there who drive, who, you know, have your license, have a vehicle, and you've had to go to the DMV before, you know that if you go to the DMV, you might just want to bring a sleeping bag, or bring your DS or your handheld game system. I don't know, like, sometimes I feel like you could be there all day long. It just depends on what day you go. So, anyways, funny thing is, while I was in the post office, I thought I was going to see like a little fight, you know, break out and something go down, because there's a woman in front of me, a man and a woman in front of me. Right directly in front of me is this older man, probably in his mid-50s, and in front of him is this older lady probably in her early 60s, and, you know, I see that she's like sitting there fumbling around with her stuff. And it looks like maybe she's still making out, you know, the address on the envelope, or she's still trying to, you know, put the postage on. I don't know, but he politely says to her, "Are you ready to go? Or you waiting in line? Like, can I go ahead?" And she's like, "No, I'm waiting to be called." And then, you know, he turns around and looks at me, and we just kind of like smirk at each other, just because the way she did it was a little snappy. And she gets up to the register. She's like, "You're supposed to wait in line, right?" And the woman's like, "Yeah, that's exactly right." And she's like, "You got to wait in line till you're called. Is that correct?" And, you know, trying to make the point. And it's like, look, woman, just do what you got to do. You know what? Don't piss this guy off anymore, because you don't know what kind of day he's had. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, you always got to be aware of the fact that there's a lot of crazy people out there. And the last thing you want to do is piss somebody off who's already had a bad day. So for all she knows, that guy is packing heat. And then all of a sudden, everybody in the post office gets shot up. I just thought that was kind of funny. I wish I had my video camera in there. I know that for sure that would be a no-no at the post office. They would definitely escort me out of there, and I probably would be barred from the Postal Service for life.
Rolling in my 6-4. What all the niggas saying?